What if I told you there was a Christian mystic who believed that the best way to understand God was through unknowing? That true enlightenment doesn't come from answers, but from stepping into the darkness. This is the legacy of Dionysius the Areopagite. He's one of the most mysterious figures in Christian history. Was he the Athenian convert of St. Paul mentioned in the Bible, or was he a writer living centuries later, borrowing the name? We don't know for sure, but what we do know is that Dionysius reshaped how we think about the divine, blending Christian theology with deep philosophical insights. Dionysius's most radical idea was simple. God is beyond anything we can imagine, beyond words, beyond concepts, beyond even light itself. In his work, The Mystical Theology, he describes God as divine darkness. Now, this isn't the kind of darkness we're used to, something scary or negative. For Dionysius, divine darkness is a space of mystery, a space where we let go of our need to define and control and instead open ourselves to the infinite. Here's a question for you. Do you think true understanding can come from surrendering what we think we know? Dionysius is often called the father of apophatic theology, or the negative way. Simply put, it's the idea that the best way to describe God is by saying what God isn't. God isn't limited. God isn't something we can grasp. God isn't even confined to words like good or light, because those are human ideas. Think of it like this. Imagine a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble. By removing material, they reveal an image hidden within. For Dionysius, that's how we approach God. By stripping away our assumptions and false ideas, we uncover a glimpse of the infinite. It might sound strange, but think about this. When was the last time words failed you? Maybe during a powerful moment of love or grief. That's what Dionysius is pointing to. Some experiences are too deep for words. Do you think this approach, describing God by what God isn't, helps us connect to something deeper? Dionysius didn't just leave us in the dark, he also gave us a roadmap, the celestial hierarchy. This work imagines the universe as a ladder stretching from earth to the divine, with angels and spiritual beings as the rungs connecting us to God. At the top is the ultimate source, God's infinite light, but this light filters down to us through layers, like sunlight through the leaves of a tree. Dionysius believed that by understanding this divine order, we could better understand our own spiritual journey. Here's something to think about. If the universe really is like a ladder, what step do you think humanity is standing on? While Dionysius believed God was beyond words, he also knew we needed some way to connect to the divine. That's where the divine names comes in. In this work, he explores how words like goodness, love, and light help us experience God. These names aren't God himself. They're reflections, like the sun shining on water. They give us glimpses of something greater. Here's a challenge for you. Look around. Can you find reflections of goodness, love, or light in the world right now? If you can, maybe you're seeing traces of the divine, just as Dionysius believed. So, why does Dionysius still matter? His writings inspired some of history's greatest thinkers, from Thomas Aquinas to Meister Eckhart. He bridged the mystical and the intellectual, showing us that spirituality isn't just about rules or logic, it's about experiencing the divine directly. In a world that's constantly seeking answers, Dionysius reminds us that some questions don't have easy solutions. Sometimes the journey itself, the surrender, the mystery, is the answer. What do you think? Can we embrace the unknown in a world so focused on certainty? Dionysius the Areopagite invites us into a paradox. To truly know God, we must embrace the unknown. To find light, we must step into the darkness. His work reminds us that the divine isn't something we can pin down, it's a mystery we live into. So, where does that leave us? Maybe it's not about finding the right answers, but about asking the right questions. What mysteries are you willing to explore?